Hey everyone, how's it going? Tyree here, and in today's video I'm going to do a book review of this book here on film editing. So I'm briefly just going to go through what the book says, and then I'm going to give my review on it personally. So let's get started. I've read this about 3 times, and I think if you're reading any book, if you really want to intake all the information, you can't just read it once unless you have like some sort of super memory and you just remember stuff like instantly. But for most people, you need to read it at least 2 times. So I just read this for my 3rd time, and honestly what I can say is that the author has a very good insight on the film industry, and also on how editing should be approached. There is a variety of different examples inside of the book, and that's what I like so much about it. This is probably one of my favorite books that I've ever read, and honestly every time I read it I learn something more. So it's like really, it's about being attentive. Just like with anything that you're trying to learn, you have to be attentive and you have to be very observant. So with this book I found that I really enjoyed it from beginning to end. And why I enjoyed it so much is because it is so very well detailed, and it doesn't at any point slow down to say, hey, take a breather or anything like that. It's like, here's the information, here's the examples, here's the next chapter, and that's how it operates. So I really enjoyed this. It has a lot of different scenes from movies, and it just has like basically the script format, so you can see example on top of example, one after the other sort of thing, and you can kind of compare them and you can kind of visualize it and imagine it. So that's what I like about this book. It is not just something that you read and you just process the information that's there. It's like very well detailed. Every single page is different, and that's what I like about it. So if anyone is a filmmaker or just an editor or even a director, I really highly recommend this book, because it is something that has changed my entire outlook on film in general. And excuse me, and I feel like if anyone is trying to learn more about editing, they should definitely give this book a shot, because it is a very good book. It's very, very well detailed, like I said before, and I really enjoy it for the reasons that I said, but also I enjoy it because it is a book that you can read again and again and again. It's not just something that you read once and you say, okay, that was a great book, and you move on. It's more like a book that you can always reference to. If you're feeling stuck, you don't know what to do, you can come back to this book, and there's so much information in this book. It's such a small book, as you can see, but it has a lot of information, a lot of valuable information, so that's something that you can keep in mind. Honestly, after reading this 3 times, I'm actually going to check out the films that this person has made, because I am very curious. I really am, and also I feel like I'm going to check out more of their books. So yeah, that was a pretty short review. I don't want to make this video too long, but what I will say is that it is definitely worth the read, and it is good because it is very small, but it has a lot of information packed into the book. So there will never be a moment where you are bored and you're wondering what's next. You kind of just, you'll look at it and you'll be fascinated by every page. So generally speaking, this is a book that I highly recommend to any filmmaker, whether you're beginner, novice, professional, whatever it may be. This is definitely a book that you can check out, because it gave me a lot of insight, not only on editing, but also directing and writing and acting. So every single category is covered within this book. So generally, you should check it out, read it a couple of times, and yeah, stay tuned for more videos. Peace.